this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. Kickoff as we get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, midshipman! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
On the move from inside his 5. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He wants to change this route. Grabbed over the middle. It's Larson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mids offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find it.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Navy will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here come the Irish, back on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man on the right. Knocked down for the tackle. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Larson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. Breaks into the open. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. To the air on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Notre Dame always comes up with these kind of backers, guys like Bob Golick who just find their way to the football. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after he got popped out.
They making side adjustments here. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. There he goes! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Notre Dame right back to the line. From the gun. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. Back to pass. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Navy offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to tuck over this third down play to open the period. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Navy will have to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Wide out trying to get it in. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
Do you remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. Two incomplete passes caught out of bounds. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long runs.
And he'll finish the line in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working that left side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Okay, ready? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Might be calling a hot route. He'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt. Nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Navy quick to the line. To the air on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target to the left. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He might want another play. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The midshipman trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't connect on his first throw. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Offense changing the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking to throw again. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Right on the money. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all the...
Lots of running room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On 1st down from their own 22. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And here comes the Navy offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field. Possession.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field it close to the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Pryor. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Running it to the right. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll try it over the left side. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense. So they're
breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Navy will go back on the attack. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're going to run it to the right. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, you're used to seeing fade throws down in the red zone. Not this time, though. And I like that idea. Sometimes as a quarterback, I just look out there and I say, look, if it's press man coverage and I've got a guy that I know is quick off the line of scrimmage, I'm going to give him that shot. Really nice decision there by the Q.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happened. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Navy will have to punt it away. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goal post, looking for room on first down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. That's caught. It's Larson. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Harrod. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's Pryor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Can they catch him? Bust through behind his pad. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much. But keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean,
and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front, moving forward.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
There he goes. He's at the and he takes it in on the final play of the game. He played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent and winning.